Well, welcome back. Already time now for Game 2 between Scary Faces and Goomba Gaming. We had a pretty hectic, exciting Game 1, especially that finish, and now we're going to see if Game 2 can deliver the goods as well. I'm GoDz from Beyond the Summit, and joining me once again, like in Game 1, is Blaze. What have we got in store for us here in Game 2, Blaze?
Well, I honestly hope it's another 55-minute match. I never thought I'd see the day, but it is just incredible what this team can do in the late game. SFZ just really are a treat to watch when it comes down to the way they move about the map, the way they really evaluate their options carefully, and the way they take the fight to some really tough opponents that seem to have the advantage. It really is just incredible what this team can do, and for that reason, I'd love to see them even more in the late game. The legendary nearly 3-hour game did involve the sniper, so maybe they're on their way there. Sniper Axe, though, is a pretty common meta-relevant opener. The Axe provides the buffer for the sniper, he gets the call off, and sniper just goes to town, maybe with a Maelstrom or some other AoE factor, but for the most part, just dishing out the long-range damage.
Alright, well, we'll see how Scary Faces pull their draft together here in Game 2 for Goomba. Just opening things with a standard Earthshaker pickup, so not really revealing too much with this one. We'll see what they get as far as their second pick goes. We've had the Wisp and Batrider banned out, so no more Wisp shenanigans here in Game number 2. And as for Goomba Gaming, it was the Storm Spirit and Dazzle ban coming out from them. So, yeah, we'll see what happens here. This is a big match. I feel if you lose this best of 3, you're probably out. With Alliance as well as Secret in this group, you've got to be able to win this game if you want to stand even the slightest chance of advancing, because you've got to be able to beat either Alliance or Secret after this. So if you lose your first game, you're pretty much out here. And for Goomba Gaming, they've got to start figuring out some way of breaking apart Scary Faces. It's going to be the Phantom Lancer.
It very well might be. We've talked at length about this one, but I really do think Phantom Lancer can be a true sniper slayer in the right situation. If he is able to Phantom Rush right over to that little fella, that is a 900 range rush that is going to give him a guaranteed, I think it's 800 movement speed, and that is not slowable. So unless the Axe calls him out of it, unless they lay a stun in his path, PL will jump on that sniper, will stay on top of him. It's all about his team keeping up with him. He doesn't want to go too far beyond the enemy lines until he's really, really tanky, and that's going to take some time.
So the Earthshaker fits pretty nicely, because he can kind of be that crowd controller and try to cut off some of the sniper's teammates from helping him with that well-placed fissures. So Earthshaker also would similarly work out nicely as far as countering the PL, trying to initiate on the sniper, but we'll see what maybe Scary Faces get instead. They need some protection for this sniper. Axe alone, I think, is not going to cut it. They need some kind of lockdown disable and some of those good defensive supports, which Goomba's banning out. The Triad, the Omni Knight. You could go for something like a Sand King, but that's a lot greedier as far as having like some AoE lockdown to try and protect the sniper.
Yeah, it's interesting about the Treant in the sense that PL generally can drop out of that overgrowth pretty effectively. A Doppelganger, as long as he hasn't used it, is a great tool for getting yourself out of a sticky situation, as long as you can cast your spells. So I don't think the Treant is that threatening, but obviously if you go into hyper late game mode, you don't want the eyes of the forest watching you at every turn. So maybe there's a late game play for them. Maybe they'll go for a second core hero. I could definitely see PL being a secondary carry, and we'll have to see how the laning phase breaks down with that. But I could see Goomba trying to go even later and try to look at a kind of dual carry situation.
Yeah, I think if they want to go late game, they can't just be running the PL as their only carry. We need to look at kind of a step beyond that as far as the mid lane goes. Maybe getting something like a Queen of Pain, a TA type hero. A Dusa again? I don't think you want the Dusa with the PL. I think that's too greedy.
Tough, yeah.
No more Dusa, man. I want some more Dusa games after we've seen how fun those late games can be. But
only when she just gets crushed. Obviously, when you see a Dusa go to late game and just carry it, Divine Rapiers are always cool, but you kind of expect it. There's a very slow rule towards that. When a Dusa gets just destroyed, that's when it really just gets the blood pumping.
Yeah. I like the Queen of Pain idea, though. It's good against the sniper as far as the laning stage goes. It also gives you some good magic burst damage, which is always nice against the Axe here, so something which maybe Goomba could consider as far as the mid lane goes, since it's most likely going to be the sniper in that middle lane. You've got the Earthshaker to back up the Queen of Pain and possibly help set up kills. All it's going to take is one fissure when sniper thinks it's just a straight up 1v1, and then Queen of Pain suddenly has an easy kill. Sure,
definitely good in the laning phase. I'm not sure how she really fares against the Witch Doctor later, because she can't cancel anything unless she goes for an Orchid. But what do you think about a Clockwork here? If they went for Clockwork off lane, jumping on the sniper or the Witch Doctor could create a lot of kill opportunities.
It seems alright. I was about to say I prefer something like a Spirit Breaker, but that's been banned out, so not an option for Goomba Gaming. And as far as the offlane goes, yeah, maybe Clockwork is one of those better options to go there. You have got the Earthshaker already, so I feel like you don't need to like take advantage of getting an offlaner who can control the creeps as much with like the cogs. So those two heroes kind of overlap in that sense. Not to say it's necessarily a bad thing, but you can get away with a lot more heroes in that offlane role when you've got the Earthshaker.
Sure.
But,
okay.
I mean, Clockwork may just be the best hero, because like you mentioned, you can latch on the sniper from afar, but
there it is.
It's going to be the Clockwork.
So I really like that. I mean, the Witch Doctor can't really get his channel off. Clockwork usually goes in first by himself, so Cask isn't going to be bouncing to a bunch of people real quick. And it's a neat little trick if he actually opens up the cogs intentionally. He pops the cogs or doesn't. Either way, as long as he breaks down one of the cogs in the back, the PL can still charge right into him. If he doesn't, then that's going to be a weird little thing. I've tested it out in practice games a few times, and sometimes your Phantom Rush goes all the way around trying to find an opening. Sometimes it just stands right there. It's really weird. So hopefully they don't run into the difficulties with those two heroes. But overall, I think the Clock can get the jump they need and create some difficulties for Scary Face to initiate, get counter-initiated on, that kind of thing. So from there, we still see a Zeus is in the pool. That's a pretty common pick from both sides, but I'm not sure who they really want for the mid lane in general.
Yeah. Not entirely sure. We'll see what Scary Faces get next. They may Goomba may kind of react with this pick of theirs based on what Scary Faces go for, and it's going to be the Troll.
I was actually literally just thought of that before they picked it up, but that is such a good combo.
That went really deep headshot into the,
I am amazed
the draft. Yeah, I feel like this is like normally first pick material hero, but
yeah. Well, there he is, fourth pick Troll Warlord. He makes it through, and damn, is this going to be scary if he just gets a free hit. Like the Troll Warlord, they sniper, crazy attack speed. How do you even deal with it? I mean, a Crimson Guard I talked about is good for heroes with fast attack speed in general, but it's useless against a Witch Doctor. Yeah, I don't know. It's really a difficult situation to deal with all this damage, other than just kill these glass cannons while you can.
10 seconds remaining.
Okay, well, Goomba now, they've got little reserve time left. Will be the Queen of Pain. Seems like you mentioned. I think as far as controlling the Witch Doctor with his ultimate, you've got the Clockwork Earthshaker. You just having the lane control, the laning dominance of a Queen of Pain, and the damage output of a Queen of Pain. It just gives you so much for your draft if you're Goomba.
I don't know. Eknar's ultimates in the last game, he was up against the lot too, and he still pulled it off very nicely. So we'll have to wait and see. But I definitely think it's not a hindrance to have the Queen of Pain in this situation now that they have fixed their issue against channeling heroes. But yeah, I think the ganking early is going to be a big deal, like you talked about. If you blink right on top of somebody that just got fissured, then you're pretty much killing them no matter what. And Witch Doctor's not the most reactive support. Like, he can TP, he'll throw out the cast, but your carrier will probably be dead by the time you actually contribute to that skirmish. So overall, I think that they're going to need something that gets a little bit more involved early. The Omni Knight would have been great, but we see that and the Treant banned out.
Okay, so last band's coming out. Skyreth taken out by Scary Faces. Really, Goomba just going to need that 5-position support, and with the kind of theme already being around that laning dominance with Queen of Pain picked up, PL gonna need that kind of good, strong range support to go with him. So
it's also really good with Earthshaker and Clockwork. Cogs, Fisher,
Mystic, so much setup, and with force Sniper doesn't generally want to go for a BKB. Troll quite happily can get a BKB, but would not normally get one early on. So we'll see maybe a different supportive choice for Goomba. There's the Disruptor, although not really an amazing Disruptor game by any means, and other options kind of more limited for Goomba gaming.
So anything that can get some good ranged auto attacks out would be really nice, because the Troll Warlord will help out this hero's damage. Presumably it is going to be that support though, so any kind of range support that controls.
Do you go for like an Enigma again? Go for that kind of teamfight option?
I would love to see Enigma, yeah. I think that has a lot of potential. Obviously the Witch Doctor can't play the same farm set that he had the last game, because he had another hero to fall back on for supporting duties, but they're going to go for the Phoenix, and this kind of feels a similar possibility. The right clicks from heroes is the only thing that's going to hit the egg, not the illusions, so it's got to be Phantom Lancer and Queen of Pain focusing that in most fights, and just overall, I think that they have the potential to get a good axe call and guarantee a supernova off of that.
Alright. Well, We'll see Goomba Gaming's last pick come out. I think this may lean towards more dual lane set from Scary Faces, like a Phoenix Axe dual lane. Kind of IGS, what they were doing a lot of during the major All-Stars tournament, where they'd run like the Axe as your kind of off-lane farmer, but as soon as possible, just fall back to the jungle, get his easy farm, and be like a support player taking over the lane. Aya gets picked up by Goomba, though, so there's your kind of 5-position support.
That's very interesting. I actually didn't really think A was that solid here, but I could see it working in the right situation. It means Earthshaker isn't going to get that much farm. The Blink Dagger is going to be very delayed, but he'll try to just kind of go for Fisher play. That'll make that work out for them. The Ancient Apparition has the snipe potential with the Ice Blast, the Rocket Flare, or maybe Queen of Pain gets involved, and you can bring down people very, very low quickly. Another thing is Goomba rarely drafts without some global presence, so a moment picking that up is no real surprise. But I guess the last thing I'll note is that there is a potential to get those shatters just with the help of the Queen of Pain. Getting that Sonic Wave, even through BKBs, you can get that combo off and it'll do a crazy amount of damage. So the one important thing that he has to realize is Chilling Dutch is actually pretty bad against Phoenix fights. You don't want to use it on your teammates if he's going to probably Supernova, because you're just going to limit the potential to kill the egg.
Okay. Well, things will unravel here. Game 2, Scary Faces up 1-0 against Goomba Gaming. Goomba Gaming going to be running Exist on the mid lane on the Queen of Pain. We've got a Moment playing the Ancient Apparition. RMN, Roman going to be playing the Carry Phantom Lancer. Eid, or EDE on the Earthshaker, leaving Chill to round things off at the back lines. He's going to be going off lane on the Clockwork.
Yep, so we're going to be seeing over on the side of the Radiant that SFZ is rocking an offline Axe that's Shadowway there. He was the Enigma before, so no surprise he'll take the same lane. But it's going to be Eknart actually on the Phoenix here. So Kat is going to get his turn on the Witch Doctor, and I guess that's the role set. I mean, 4 and 5 position essentially stays the same here, even if the hero gets tossed from one to another. Quista anyway is going to be on the Troll Warlord, so he's going to be taking your safe lane, and they're playing it very safe, avoiding the smoke at all costs.
30 seconds.
Beyond that, of course, you've got your mid lane. Instead of the Storm, it is going to be State 21 on a Dwarven Sniper.
Second game in a row, I think we've seen this same kind of smoke from Goomba, and I'm not set on
Wasn't
this.
Wasn't SFZ last time? Or am I getting confused?
It was Goomba as well. They were on the die side 2 games in a row. So.
Oh, that's what's messing with me.
Yeah. It was,
got better both times.
Both teams on the same side here. I guess the way the coin flip works, you get to change whether you choose pick or side, and SFC end up on the Radiant once more. So, see runes get claimed. State 21 going to get the mid one. Queen of Pain gets the other one. So both mid laners getting a bounty rune, but I feel like that's not the best use of like an early game smoke. I guess there's a chance it gets you a first blood, but I mean, SFZ were ready for it. They knew Goomba had that in mind.
So Exist is already going to bring out some tangos for himself here. Maybe just didn't have enough gold to win the Horns. No, I mean, he's got gold banked up, so I guess he just was looking at the matchup and saying, okay, maybe I need these tangos, maybe I don't. In this case, he will get 6 tangos for the matchup against the Sniper, and it's probably pretty important. I mean, Trap 3 charges early is going to cause some real grief, and you just want to be able to survive that harassment. Again, they want to be able to make, but you need nearly full HP Queen of Pain to do that, unless the Fisher is absolutely perfect.
It allows him to be more aggressive too, just having the extra regen. He can trade hits a bit more and really kind of up the pressure onto the Sniper, so I like the idea. I mean, the Sniper did the same thing. He brought out more tangos for himself. He's trying to stay on the high ground and not get hit by the Shadow Strike. So far, so good for him, but the last hits have not been too favorable for State. Just a single last hit exists. 3-4 CS. He is crushing the Sniper so far in mid lane.
Not too shabby at all. The Sniper is petrified of the CS. He knows that he's here. He's shrapnelled him once, even to show, say, hey, leave me alone. I understand you're ganking, and I'm not going to let it happen. But just by being here, EDE is zoning out the Sniper. So it works perfectly fine. He's not getting the kill. Both of them know this. But as long as he's present, it's going to force another support to rotate or the Sniper to stay as far back as he needs to.
I mean, this is not really anywhere else in the map EDE needs to be. He's not going to offer much. The Clockwork's fine. He wants solo XP. I guess in theory could help out the top lane a bit, but this feels like the best use of his time. Exists, keeping the creep wave on his side of the hill as well. Good kind of lane control is allowing him to just dominate the Sniper. At this point, he can just kind of do it on his own. If Sniper comes near, you just blink forward, Shadow Strike. 2 points in the Shadow Strike as well. This mid lane is kind of over for the Sniper.
So, I mean, he's still going to be able to get the items he needs to long term. Obviously, he'll wait for Queen of Pain to start roaming towards other lanes for that to happen, though. The question is really if Clockwork's going to be able to get 6 and okay.
By the way, he's level 1. He hasn't got dive. He's trying to leech XP from the creep wave. First blood goes to the AA, and they're looking for a second kill. And with the chilling touch, they've got the damage they need. It looks like it. No more Lancers, not going to need it. PL, Roman gets the kill. Nice recognition that Phoenix did not have dive there. He'd gone for the Fire Spirits, and they just ran right at him and bring him down.
Very close, though, to getting level 2. But
yeah,
he's going to be kicking himself for that one.
He ran north trying to leech the level 2, but...
Exactly, but they saw their shaker coming, and by then it was just too late. The lucky hit and also factors in, certainly. But bottom chill, again, is just getting full experience here. Their stacking pulling came out once from Cop, but now he's taking some real damage. The nice bounce back to this range creep set up the kill, and it's going to be Witch Doctors to claim.
Good play there. 2 points in the Maledict now as he hits level 3 on the Witch Doctor, so looking for that very aggressive build. We saw this last time from Scary Faces with the Witch Doctor too. Maxed Maledict by level 7, so they really like this high damage output coming from the support Witch Doctor, preferring it even over the Cask in some of these games.
In this case, it's going to be doing some good work if Clock ever finds himself in a bad spot and locks himself in the cogs. You can pretty much guarantee the Maledict in that situation because he's standing still momentarily. But, Sniper's still having a lot of issues in the mid lane, and that'll probably remain to be the case. Up top, though, we're going to actually see an Icarus dive, and they're going on to the AA.
Well, AA is still fairly healthy with a Cold Feet Lance. This Axe may get locked in place here, but actually Tower is in range, and Shadow could be in some trouble. Is there another Lance? He's bottling up. He's going to have the mana, and this Axe may be in some trouble here. One right click and a Lance should be enough to get the kill here. Yep, RMN gets one, and not going to find the second. Meanwhile, mid lane, there we go. Sniper goes down, Exist. He's got Bottle Chatters and Tangos, will survive, and there's a regen rune awaiting him.
Jeez, are you kidding me? That Icarus, the Phoenix needs it, but 5 seconds from now is the Icarus dive. 3, 2, 1. No, it goes to the Exist. He'll be able to bottle it up, use it shortly thereafter, and that's a huge pickup for Goomba. They get to stay in lane. Exist gets full experience, and Sniper is no better off. He's in a really tough spot. Do you think he should just go for a Bracer as his next item? Like, we usually don't talk about 500 gold items, but just to survive against these bursts.
Yeah, you're going to go cheap items. He's a Bracer or Belt of Giant Strength for the Treads pickup, so I think whatever you get, you just need raw HP. Like, this is going to be probably a straight Sanjin Yasha type game, like a Tread Sanjin Yasha seems good. Top lane RMN, going to be drinking out a bit with the Axe here, but yeah, this isn't a game where you can get away with like a Mask of Madness. This is like a pure tank kind of build. You see this every now and then, like the Sniper vs Queen of Pain generally does like a Aquila Treads, maybe a Bracer into a Sanjin Yasha Skadi build. Like you don't actually get any right
baiting, but Shadow's taking too much damage. The bait fails completely. Cot gets involved, but what is his Cask gonna do? He's level 4, 202, but that doesn't stop them from diving. Eknart will go down the last auto attack. It's so slow. Chilling Touch and the Fire Spirits provide a lot of attack speed slow here. And yeah, they're just going to go ahead and get that kill.
Queen of Pain goes in, has a Sonic Wave, but State's going to turn and fight. And with the Battle Trance, he's kind of winning this fight. Exist forced back. Kind of good use of the Battle Trance there. Exist had a Sonic Wave and was ready to fight, but will be pushed back. Witch Doctor nearby. Level 4. Has not been scouted out yet by Goomba Gaming.
Yeah, so he made his rotation up top. They really wanted to bait that. Actually, the Axe was going ahead and saying, okay, I'll just Helix down all these creeps because I want it to stay away from the tower and for Witch Doctor to get a good sneak position, but they underestimated the force that was up top and the Fissure, the Lance. It was just magic damage that Axe doesn't deal very well with at this stage in the game. So he's just going to make his way to the jungle and say, I've got 1-1-1. It's not great for jungling, but it's what I'm going to have to use because there's no way he survives if he keeps fighting up top.
Yeah, at some point you've just got to get your Blink Dagger if you're an Axe. This top lane is just a death trap for him, so we'll see what SFZ can get done elsewhere on the map. They're going to blink in mid lane. Queen of Pain has the ultimate, or does he? Trying to bottle up in between right clicks, doesn't get the mana for it. Exist will get the kill anyways. Axe blocked off by the Fissure. Shrapnel almost brings down Quap 22 HP. Axe also only level 4 here. He's got no Battle Hunger available and no counter kills. That was very close to being turned around on.
Yeah, but the Earthshaker's just setting up this Queen of Pain for success, and this matchup, which generally would be pretty difficult, is now just a walk in the park. The Queen of Pain is 32-14, the Sniper 14-5 on CS, and of course she has the 2-kill advantage. Sniper, looks like he's just going for more Wraith Bands. Aquila, perhaps, on one of them, but overall just raw stats is what he's going to be building up for quite some time.
That's really one of the only options. Iron Man taking some dive damage at top, but not going to see...
Shield at bottom, going in aggressively, but he actually baits it so that Exist can get the combo off. Sonic Wave and Scream. Chill sets up the kill. And that is just going to be so much snowball momentum for Queen of Pain. And they haven't even... Okay, they did use the hook shot there to get the quick stun on him, but 60 seconds from now, that hook shot could be killing the sniper.
And that was the one here on Scary Faces who was doing well. The Troll was top of the net worth before that one, and Queen of Pain swings it, fixes things up, and now Queen of Pain takes over that top farmer position.
Axe actually dropped his Tranquil Boots over here. Like, he leaves it inside the creeps. I don't know if that's the ideal farming route, but he'll tango up, he's tranquiling up, and with the Berserker's Call, he'll be able to clear out this stack in just a short time.
You got the secondary stack as well. Using that Battle Hunger to stack without breaking his Tranquils, that's actually...
It's neat, but that's a lot of creeps. If it actually did succeed in the stack, that's almost too much for him to deal with. But he'll just go ahead and spin on these, and that'll be him getting back in the game.
A8 picks up a Midas. Everyone on this Goomba side getting so much of the map, and here comes Queen of Pain towards top lane. Shadow Strike Scream is available, exists. Well, he's looking for the TP. Not even going to need the Scream.
And the problem with that play is Icarus Dive just costs so much HP. 15% HP there, he just used Fire Spirits, which is another 20% of current HP, and Queen of Pain just takes that opportunity anytime she can. So Exist is just doing extremely well to the point that SFZ's late game might never be realized.
It really doesn't feel like they're getting there. Like, when you have an AA with an 8-minute Midas as a support, like, everyone on the Goomba side is just looking incredible right now. The Earthshaker, the one who's kind of not doing amazing by any means, but he's going to hit level 6 at, like, 9-10 minutes in the game.
Exactly.
That in itself is impressive.
It's insane. Like, I've been complimented for an 18-minute Midas in, like, active games. He's had the perfect game, setting up, it's 8 minutes, he has boots on top. He is going to have just everything he wants. I honestly don't think the AA is that critical because the only healing effect is the Voodoo Restoration, but if you get this much farm on it, he's going to have like a level 11 or a level 16 ultimate before you know it.
Iron Man on the PL.
Oh, the Sprinkles! Oh, if that taunt hadn't come through, that would have been messed up.
Chill now, looking like he's going to be in trouble here.
He's going to get the Sprinkles!
Oh my god, goodbye, good night, Axe.
Shadow!
You didn't pick him back up?
Like, he sees the fight, he's fighting it, he's calling it. That doesn't disable you. He could have done that a long time ago. Your first instinct in that situation has to be, oh, my item that I've been farming this entire game.
Let's pick those boots back up. He buys new boots, and now he's going to get ganked. Exist going to catch him out, and Shadow, no mana for a TP. Exist can just throw the Sonic Wave, will do so. Assassinate with a Shrapnel. This will bring down Quap. That's a big kill for your sniper. Much needed kill.
A lot of money. I don't know if I don't think he's actually in that interesting mechanic that's the assist gold range. Like, since they changed the 6.82 rubber band, you actually get more gold from being in the right.
Oh, Sniper! He almost had the Earthshaker mid. Instead, he's going to go down to the hook shot. Nothing going the way of SFZs. I guess the Quap kill was something, but
it's something. But
it quickly gets turned around.
So yeah, they're just jumping in and making things happen. No force staff for a very long time this game, so Clockwork's going to run things over, and I mean, what can you do when your cores are just dying and dropping left and right? 3 deaths on Sniper, 3 deaths on the Phoenix, and the AA, he's level 8. Like, this is going to be so devastating when they start comboing the level 11 ultimates between the Queen of Pain and the Ancient Apparition.
He's throwing these Ice Blasts all across the map. We haven't really seen too many succeed to great effect, but another nice little synergy is that Ice Blast with Rocket Flare as well, so just long global damage for these ganks, and even just like a level 4 Rocket Flare with an Ice Blast. Some of these squishier heroes like a Witch Doctor, if you ever catch him out, a couple Rocket Flares and an Ice Blast, and suddenly he's dead, and he's just like, wait, what did I even do? I didn't even go to a lane, and here I am getting taken out. Sniper, kind of a similar story as well. Very squishy hero. Phase boots with the 2 Wraith Bands, and we'll see if State can keep himself alive.
Oh, Lil Cod's gonna go down very quickly. It looks like he has Magic Stick and TP, so it looks like he'll be fine. Rocket Flare, he's got to use one. There it is. Hey, no, deny! Don't deny! What the f— I don't think that was necessary. I don't think that was necessary at all. But you know,
I come down, like, I hear you talking about something like, oh, okay, yeah, this guy's taking damage. I'm like, wait a second, aren't those 2 teammates? Like, am I casting the same game I was casting 5 minutes ago? Because that game, Troll and Witch Doctor are on the same team.
Oh.
I'm looking for Exist here, but
overzealous. He's literally the Troll Warlord. But yeah, we see Exist cop and assassinate. Looks like he still will be able to TP home.
Smart play. Just goes for the TP out, and the blink long cooldown would have been enough for Phoenix to kill him if he hits the dive with some Fire Spirits. So smart defensive play, and Goomba hold on to a pretty good lead. It is Troll back on the top of the net worth, but as far as team net worth goes, it's about a 6,000 lead for Goomba here in game 2.
It's gonna be hard to get past that quest to play. I don't know. It's just like deny secure. Just
between
can't
that
take
and the
chances.
tranquils, like I don't know what's going on with Scary Faces here.
That's like when you're in the actually hook shot going in on the Witch Doctor here. Sniper will be able to do some good damage in this situation, but they're losing heroes so fast. The Phoenix Egg coming out.
Good egg.
Press it, and that's actually going to be 2 going down.
That turnaround. They lose just a Witch Doctor there, and Sniper, one of the ones who stays alive and gets a lot out of that fight, will TP himself home afterwards. But Goomba need to be careful about taking fights like that. Quickly, this lead of theirs could get turned the other way.
Just look for quick opportunities. I mean, they thought they had some pretty good vision with this Dire Observer Ward, but it doesn't scout what's past the tower, and that was the critical information. Axe jungling up. Still got to look back and say that's 1,000 gold that he's really missing right now. He's going to farm Blink Dagger straight with just Boots of Speed, but how easy is it to pick him off? Like, he's going to farm this camp, and he has to go home. There's just... It's difficult for him to stay on the map at all.
It's so rough. I mean, if he hadn't lost those Strangle Boots, he'd have his Blink Dagger right now, and you'd be looking at a different game for Scary Faces, but still not over just yet. Big picture-wise, they're struggling here, but they can look to take this late game. They've got Troll, Sniper, and even like the Axe Initiation, once that comes into play, can give them some late game potential. You compare that to these kind of snowbally heroes like Pop. PL also like good in the late game, but not amazing as a late game carry. Especially if you can kind of keep him locked in place. So we could see Scary Faces potentially turn this one around if they can slow down this game a bit.
And they have a good opportunity to bait mid here. They have the Observer Ward that shows the Clockwork. They know he wants to jump. So you show any hero, and you're going to have 2 people right on top. As long as you don't stick around too long. If an Ice Blast comes out on top, then it might just turn into a quick pick. So you have to be careful about how you do it. But if they can get another bait play like what happened against the Witch Doctor, that would be ideal.
Yeah, they worked out last time when they got the 2 kills to turn things around, so may look for a similar play here. Exist has started a couple times just in the last couple of minutes here, so he's going to have to be a bit more careful about what he does with his Blink initiations. Maybe save the Blink, try and walk on in or throw a Sonic Wave and save that Blink as an escape tool. Because time and time again, Scary Face is punishing him.
Up top, we're going to have some good damage on the Ancient Apparition here. The Icarus dive, and there's the egg.
Okay, Quap coming in, but I don't think he's got time for this.
Nope, last hit. So,
right. And the Supernova hits. He should be able to escape with the dive with a TP as well. Comes back and there's no cancel. Okay. Just a PL TP in. That's worthwhile. That's a level 9 AA. Yeah, you're Phoenix. You take that kill.
Yeah, the Midas has really juiced up that Pinata quite a bit, so he'll be happy to knock it down, take the candy. But Shadow gets the Blink Dagger in just 100 gold. Wishing it was a patch earlier, but... What can you do? This is a tough spot. And Witch Doctor still hasn't skilled the heal. I mean, I know they're up against an AA, but 1 point in the heal is extremely cost effective. It's still the same heal per mana, it just takes longer.
Roman now going to acquire his Diffusal Blade for his Phantom Lance. He's got that Yash Diffusal, and his ability to fight now gets a whole lot scarier. He is fairly squishy, though, to be careful. Stayed at mid lane. Ooh, that fissure. If that had hit with the Ice Blast, it would have been the death of your sniper at mid, but he'll get out and back to base, picks up that Ogre Club, so he's sitting on a decent amount of HP now, up to 1100 to try and keep himself alive.
Yeah, and now there's one thing that you were talking about in the draft that comes into full prevalency here. SFZ against these heroes doesn't really want to buy BKB. So on the Troll, on the Sniper, they really don't want to, but they're going to be up against a Orchid Queen of Pain and a Blade Mail Clockwork. They kind of have to just based on those 2 items alone, and that's very frustrating for them.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to be like an item they get right away, so they may be, they're going to be very vulnerable for a good like 10 minutes before they get these BKBs. I imagine both Sniper and Troll would rather go for their Sanjin Yashas first. I guess Troll could theoretically just go casual Yasha, but I don't think Sniper going first item only BKB is a good... That's not a build. I guess with Battle Trance...
and a Black King Bar. That works in ARDM, but that's about it.
You have got Battle Trance, but still, I feel like even with Battle Trance on your side, you want the Sanjin Yasha.
Yeah, I definitely agree. It should not be the very, very first item. It gets hit too hard as you use it. The item degrades. Just the mentality of it is you buy carry items so that you can scale well into the late game. This is one of the few items that, although it's picked up by most carries, is an item that actually gets worse as the game goes on. So generally speaking, you want to wait it out. You pick up your farming items so that you can get more items in less time. And you also, of course, want to make sure you use the active as little as you can afford to.
Yeah. See, the game resumed once more. Had a pretty good day. It's pretty smooth so far, knock on wood. No DDoS attacks just yet. We're casting the low-key matches here. We've got bigger stuff going on elsewhere, but for now, Scary Faces with a 1-0 lead. Not looking amazing here in game number 2. Still a 6,000, 7,000 gold lead going Goomba's way. As Earthshaker...
70-minute blink.
Yikes. Oh, blink on the axe. It's Earthshaker on the side. He's going to blink Echo Slam. He could come in. Blink. Echo, but he doesn't get the Fissure off. He's getting cast. The cast bouncing back and forth. They get 2. They lose the axe and the troll, though. Exist showing up to make sure that he's taking a lot of damage. Needs to be careful of an assassinate, but that's not available just yet. And Sniper is, yep, he's getting destroyed. This PL is going to clean up. He almost gets Exist. 4 HP.
4 HP.
What? These teams, man, they're playing some risky Dota. I'm not convinced by Exist play this game, but hey, it works.
He did the math. 5 armor, that much HP. He's got it made, and yeah, you get a bit more gold for the assist, I suppose. But
that
yeah,
Witch Doctor cast, Earthshaker like got the Blink Echo, but that cast that would have been like a straight up 3 for nothing if not for that Witch Doctor cast.
Yep. Definitely. And the Ice Blast, I actually think the Witch Doctor could have died there too. The Sonic Wave was, of course, in range of the Witch Doctor, and he had just gotten at least hit by the debuff of the Ice Blast. So yeah, he definitely could have killed off the Witch Doctor too, but was obviously focused on the Sniper that was pinging him down. So he gets his Orchid, and he'll look for a smoke play, it would seem. Blink on the Earthshaker so they can duo smoke and pretty much guarantee a kill. Like, there isn't a hero that they can't kill with both the Shaker and the Orchid.
Looks like it may be the Sniper bottom lane who's going to be the target. Is going for that straight BKB as the recipe
hurts.
back at base.
I hate to see that. Like, that is actually disgusting inventory.
Orchid, Fissure, Exist. We'll throw the Sonic Wave and let the Orchid do its job.
What can you do? Oh, I feel so bad. Like, Eternal Envy is like rolling over right now. Like, this is a very, very sad BKB
Troll's
shot.
doing the same thing. He's going straight BKB. I think the Troll one is a bit more standard here, and Troll can still fight into a lot of damage just with the Yasha phase boots, but...
If the Queen of Pain was magic damage on her Sonic Wave, I would say that it's not the most painful decision, but really it is only because of the Orchid and the Blade Mail, and a little bit because of the Earthshaker. Everything else is negligible, either physical, pure, or an AA. So, yeah, I actually have to say that it's a
cost. Mid lane, he's going to get pulled back, but he got off the Blade Mail. The cask is there now. They're not getting this kill. The dive is there with the Witch Doctor Death Ward, and now Phoenix, he won't get off the Supernova. Chill will still go down to the Maledict, but it's a 1-for-1 trade. Not quite the exchange they were hoping for. Iron Man at top, looking to man-fight this Troll. He's going in with the Phantom Rush, Diffusal as well. He doesn't even have mana for the axes. He goes in forward with the Doppelganger, and this is not looking great for Quista. Gets slowed down once more. The phase boots helping him escape, and it looks like Iron Man won't be able to get this kill. Has the boots to travel, but it's the haste room which is giving him all this movement speed.
Yeah, generally Phantom Lancer is insanely fast on the offensive, but in retreat, that's where movement speed really adds up. So the haste rune allows him to disengage cleanly, but at least for now, the Troll can still run. I guess because of the lack of Sange, I mean, there surely would have been a main proc in there if he had a Sange, or if he went for the Scotty, or even an Orb of Venom. Maybe you keep him out away from his tier 2 a little bit longer.
And once Troll lost his mana, your damage output is kind of gone, because you don't get that feedback damage.
Yeah, that is a hindrance, to be certain. But smoke coming out, Earthshaker, they just want to keep exhausting these smokes, keep kind of playing in the present tense. If they keep the momentum up now, they can try to start barreling down on these towers, because that's one thing that they kind of lack right now is actual tower pressure. The PL can do it okay once it gets a Manta style. Everybody else is kind of lackluster at it, and you have to convincingly win fights in order to follow it up with tower kills for this team.
This poor Sniper just getting battered away at wherever he goes. The Ice Blast from afar, the Rocket Flares, just this global damage really plaguing him.
And I just have this feeling that he's gonna spend this farm up 1,200 more gold, get the BKB, and he's still just gonna get hook shot, Ice Blast, Sonic Wave, and still die anyway.
Or just like right click down by a PL.
I feel so bad.
Speaking of PL, goes in top lane, Witch Doctor TP out, no siree. Iron Man picks up a pretty straightforward kill in the top lane, and looks like there may be some heroes swing towards the mid lane. Ice Blast is there. Quista could be some nice bait here. Queen of Pain doesn't. Oh, actually, Mayfall is without the blink here, but Axe is there waiting. Exist gets the Sonic Wave, and Exist can't deal with the Supernova. He needs to just run and leave his teammate to die, but Exist just blinks out barely in time. No Assassinate being cast. Otherwise, if he got that Assassinate off, would have been a kill, because the Queen of Pain had to use that blink, and the Assassinate would have been able to still track him down.
Most definitely. That would have been extremely costly. In the end, it's just to 1-for-1. A big problem was the Clockwork couldn't use his blade mail in time. Just got stunned out really quickly and didn't expect him. Because this is like the third time it's happened, but jumping in here, it seems like a clean kill with their vision.
There's an Ag Scepter. By the way, that's a sniper mid with this Ag Scepter. Ancient Apparition with a 21-minute Ags. Level 12.
Okay, net worth between the sniper and the AA. Just look at that. Just look at that.
I mean, even just having 2k net worth on top of your Clockwork, this AA's just been farming away at the top lane and in this dire jungle for days on end.
Dude, 4 position indeed. He's 4th on the net worth out of 10. That is
some
incredible.
Old school AUI 2000 support play. If you like a flashback to some of his Visage games where he's just like top of the net worth.
Yeah, and he's just saying, move over, sniper. I'm the sniper across the map with this Ice Blast, and he's been hitting them. You said like the first few that you saw weren't really that impactful. Now they're actually making a difference, and it's going to come down on Quista, who's already dead.
Not needed there. Chill going to get that kill. And he says, okay, I'll just keep throwing them while I keep farming the jungle. He's about to overtake the Queen of Pain as far as last hits in CS go. And, just constant jungle farm coming his way. So, bottom tier on town now being sieged. Goomba in pretty damn good position here. 4 of the top 5 net worth heroes all on their side and looking to force a Game 3 decider against Scary Faces. Talk about how important this game is if either team wants to advance from this group, and, well, if you lose this, it pretty much seals your fate.
Yeah, I mean, if you lose to the easiest of the 3, inarguably, then it's going to be the highest hill to climb, but... You know, it does give a really big boost of confidence to whoever takes it away.
Even a win here, you still have like a less than 5% chance of advancing, most likely. With how Alliance and Secret are playing, like that's a tough ask. But still not impossible. You're just gonna put yourself in that position, even if it's like a 1-2% chance of advancing. I mean, it's probably not even that low. It's probably a bit higher than that. All you've got to do is win 1 best of 3, and you've got 2 chances to do it, even if they are against tier 1 teams.
If I had to say between the 2, I would probably say that I think SFZ has a slightly better chance among these Titans, just because Secret, their strategy, even since their inception, really has been to take it to the late game as much as possible to get that carry online. And of course, Alliance, they're maybe not currently, but they're renowned for being the Rat Kings, and they like to really show what they can do in the latest stage of the game, though that obviously is a pretty outdated metric. But no matter the case, I think SFZ, their late game is scary, and EDE, his positioning is pretty terrifying.
Didn't pop the BKB on the troll. He's going to get hit by the Echo Slam as well. Now he BKBs, gets the kill, but the BKB right away would have made things a bit more straightforward, and Phoenix probably didn't need to die. So a 10-second BKB for an Earthshaker kill seems kind of even. Hook shot goes into the Radiant jungle, and Sniper caught out. No BKB just yet, and Staten is an easy pickoff.
I said the sad part was when he farms the BKB and pops it in, still doesn't do enough, but he's not even getting the chance. Chill was surviving. The last right click coming out. He needs to go Berserker stance, but no, it's going to be a
that was a blink in. Exists no blink. Oh, nice Orchid, though, will prevent Berserker's call, but it's not going to matter. Goomba, please.
Up against one Berserker or another, they lose 3. That's critical, but in the meantime, Roman has been farming pretty hard. RMN was able to push the mid tier 1, now the top tier 2, but is going to be trolled to TP and defend. He's got no mana. Go, RMN, go. But no, he thinks there's going to be more reinforcements. The bash will not come through.
Just the one right click. Yeah, and Chris has no mana, but at the same time, PL's damage output is... Yeah, it's not bad. It's actually got the level 2 diffusal. That boosted up quite a bit with the extra agi you get from this. Quite a big damage boost, but... We'll see what his next move is going to be. Earthshaker went back for a medallion after his Blink Dagger, so maybe looking to help his team take Roshan, since none of these heroes are designed for Rosh.
It's a very difficult objective game for Goomba. They need to be able to push towers, they need to be able to take Rosh, and right now they don't have that option unless Earthshaker suddenly goes in for an armlet crit build.
I don't think this Rosh is working, even with the medallion.
You get a heart like on RMN. That's probably what they need to do before Rosh is on the table, and that's sad to say for the dire side.
Down goes your Witch Doctor. Go for Maledict on Chill. Is there going to be some follow-up damage with a Dive Fire Spirit? This Clockwork going to take a lot of damage from this Maledict. Gets out of range of the Supernova. Assassinator's there, and Chill...
Wait, you canceled it? How did... What?
Did he get out of range, or...?
No, I don't... No? It's possible, but...
Sniper now is in trouble.
Yeah, really tough for him, but nice axe call. RMN, all the illusions are proccing counter helix. Look at Queen of Pain on the front line. Very nice combo.
And without a dive, this Phoenix dead as well. It looks like this is going to be 4 kills for nothing in the Radiant jungle. Exist picks up the triple kill. Nicely played from Goomba. That was a bit more polished from some of their previous fights. And by the way, your AA still just farming the top lane, working on a Scythe of Ice, as you do.
Yeah, as you might. The alternative is Refresher Orb, and then you double Ag's ulti from your fountain and make them the saddest.
I would have loved that. Like, the Refresher AA is just a thing of beauty sometimes.
But oh well, the Scythe is amazing, and
he's got to actually come to a fight if he wants to use it, though. That's kind of a problem for him.
It is a trick. You can go BOTs. What you do is you go BOT Scythe Ags, then you throw your Ice Blast from your fountain, and then TP the closest creep to actually get in and do your spells and Hex.
Alright, well, Roshan now going to go down. Took him some time and effort. Ironman got pretty low doing it, but he'll pick up the Aegis. Get himself stuck on a cliff, as you also do.
He can still hit him. Yeah, spears actually have pretty good attack range. They're
worked out for the better to help him clear out this ancient camp. Maybe saying accident on purpose.
And invite a lot of friends to a party. They're just hanging out.
Just surrounded by a little army there. Looks like both the teams may be getting a bit of lag. Some server-side stuff going down. The fact it's always reassuring when it happens to both teams. It's like, okay, it's not one player. It's not, hopefully not DDoS. But hopefully nothing too serious here. So it looks like both teams are ready to try and get things back underway. Here in game number 2, this best of 3. It is Goomba's game to lose at this point.
It's still lagging pretty hard, it would seem. So, I don't know. It's pretty rough at this point, but hopefully it will dissipate. I'm curious what you think about the next item for the Phantom Lancer. His options obviously are Manta, Heart of Tarask, Scotty, and he could go Butterfly, but I don't think that's his next pick.
I think it's the heart based. I mean, no, you picked up the Vitality Booster. Like, this is a value item if you get it early on, but getting a Vitality Booster at this stage of the game suggests he's going for the heart. If you're going for the Manta, you don't pick up this Vitality Booster. So I think it's going to be the Heart of Tarask. I think it's a fine option as well, just getting some raw HP. Also, it just helps you siege. If you can fall back, wait for the heart regen to kick in, and then go from there.
Yeah, it's also worth noting that he went for a full Doppelganger build. He didn't go for stats over that, so that means that with a Heart of Tarask and a 10-second cooldown on your Doppel, you're able to disengage from anything. Like, they can throw all their ultis at you, and it'd be uncertain whether or not you'd actually die.
Alright, well, for Goomba, plenty of options for him. If they want to push and take down some of these tier 2 towers, they probably can, but even the economy game seems to be working. They're finding pickoffs, they're finding out-farming their opponents all across the map, and Radiant Vision is non-existent right now. They've got 0 wards up on the map. The dire side have some deep aggressive wards in the enemy jungle, in the lane. And oh, by the way, Queen of Pain goes in, actually gets baited here.
No Ice Blast. This is a mistake.
That is okay.
Phoenix is not going to die. The Ice Blast does not connect, and yeah, it is going to be just a complete fail of a feed. And this is Queen of Pain level 18. She is the highest on her team next to the Phantom Lancer, and she's giving that experience right to the Phoenix, right to the Axe. 2 heroes that can definitely do a lot with that experience momentum.
I like how Iron Man refuses to go back to base to heal. It's like he's banking on trying to get a regen when he TP'd top after killing the Aegis with no HP.
Just wait 5 minutes and that'll think he'll heal you up to full.
He like TP'd top, then he TP'd bottom. He's just going from one side of the map to the other without healing up.
I'm actually surprised we don't see BOTs more often. 50 seconds is ridiculous. It's just absolutely absurd, and the fact that people don't actually exploit the fact that they can jump around the map that quickly is, I wouldn't say unsettling, but it's quite surprising. And he sold the Vite. No, he dropped the Vit booster. What is he doing here? I'm not sure.
Confused. Manta Star maybe. Maybe it won't be the Heart of Tarask. Didn't pick up the Reaver. It looked like it was dropping that to buy something. Even could consider something like a Butterfly, but it's going to be just some casual hoarding gold.
Yeah, he's just going to be the dragon here, sit on as many piles of money as possible, and he'd still be more relevant than most of the heroes in the game, but there it is. The Scotty does come through, the Vit booster a bit wasted, and the...
Okay.
He doesn't sell it, though. He just hides it.
Yeah, I guess he has to go pick up the item himself from the shop, so he'll probably just... Slot limitations, let's say. Yeah. AA, by the way, number 3 on last hits. 152 last hits for a moment. I mean, this guy has not left the dire jungle or top lane this entire game. He's just been sitting up there. Throw an Ice Blast. Oh, by the Witch Doctor. Yikes. Is there a Rocket Flare?
Joe, actually, Troll's gonna take down the Clockwork first, it looks like. Ghost Scepter, Blade Mail buys time, but he will go down.
Woodchuck is still affected by the Ice Blast. He's going to go ahead. Sniper may be out of BKB, but that's not going to stop you from the PL. But the Axe will. In comes your Axe with a call. Iron Man going to go back onto the Sniper. Has got the Aegis. He doppelgangers forward, and State going to survive for the time being. Nice Supernova coming out as well. Can he bring it down in time? Yes, just barely.
AA looking for the Axe. LT play. Right now on the front line, we still see them just pushing through, but there is a low HP Sniper, and he wants some. The Ice Blast comes through.
Oh.
It's going to be a pretty big hit, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. He's healing up. They see coming. Okay.
They dodge it? Wait.
He just threw it. He threw it on the wrong vector. He didn't throw it to the fountain. He threw it to the base.
Okay. Must have maybe like misclicked on like the mini map or something. But happens.
He's busy farming creeps, man. He can't really focus on the global presence stuff. And I did want to talk real quick about his skill build that he used to farm this well, because honestly, it's astonishing. But he went for max Cold Feet and the Ice Vortex, but he only puts 1 point in Chilling Touch. And essentially, the Phantom Lancer does go down. The Aegis, was it actually popped in the last fight? Or did it just...
Yeah, last fight at mid lane.
Oh yeah, it still got 50 seconds if he had maintained it, but... Surprise attack.
This has not been the most polished game from Goomba. Pickoffs like that, the Queen of Pain exists has made a few as well, but it's been a good execution as far like big picture wise. The strategy's worked out well. They've outplayed their opponents. They've just given them way too many unnecessary kills, which right now have not turned this game around. But in theory, you do a few more, they can add up, and against a better team, these are the kind of mistakes you can afford to make if you want to beat a team like Alliance.
True, very true indeed. But it really just, if there's any chance for SFZ to come back in, they have to just make all these amazing initiation plays. The Axe and the Phoenix have to play out of their minds, and Goomba have to put their foot on the brakes a little bit. They have to pretty much like play as passively as possible. We're gonna see the Ice Blast connect. Sniper's gonna drop low. He has the BKB to survive here. That's so painful.
You think so?
If he buys cloaks at the shop, he might survive, but that's about it.
He's good.
No, he'll live. It'll be close, but 230.
Very close. Yeah, it's what, like 11%? Is it? 12%. Yeah, at level 3.
Yep. So not that close, but it seems like I one less Wraith Band and that's a kill. So it is definitely close enough to worry about and to pretty much always have to be at full HP now. Like that's from, I mean, one Rocket Flare. That's the difference.
Oh, Ice Blast is being pesky around the map. A moment is. You mentioned the Boots of Travel as a potential item pickup. He's just about got the money for it if he wants to pick that up now. Now you got to imagine he wants to come to fights at this point. Yeah. With a Hex, no point not.
I don't know. He's had a pretty fun game, just farming the creeps. He's like.
This is like a support player's wet dream here, man. You just get to sit back and he's playing like a carry. He's doing the Eternal Envy here, just having his team create space for him.
It's pretty sweet.
He's up to 15k net worth. Oh my gosh. He's going to overtake the Queen of Pain. I think it's going to happen this game.
It depends on how much more exhaust feeds, I suppose. He's going in pretty deep. Yeah, he has a 10-second BKB now, and soon enough a Shiva guard. So. Isn't the plate mail better than a null talisman? You're going to sell that anyways when you get the Shivas.
On who are we talking about?
On the Queen of Pain, yes.
Yeah, absolutely, but, you know, Exist doing Exist things. He's had it for a while. He bought this like a few deaths ago, so... If he left the null talisman base and sold it, he'd have his Shivers money, but he'll TP himself up top.
This team has something against going back to base, man. They are just all around the map, anywhere but the fountain. I think the Earthshaker's the only one I actually see going back to the fountain from time to time.
Well, now Goomba happy to kind of slow roll things. We're going to see another game kind of enter that late game status, and Troll's going to be Mjolnir now. This Troll is still top of the net worth here. Twister is not a hero to be underestimated in a late game setting here. The Mjolnir great against all the illusions. This is the build you've got to go against these illusion-based carries, and you throw like another big item like a Satanic or something onto this Troll Warlord, and his damage output is going to be pretty damn scary.
Yeah, the key thing is he has to BKB before the static charge comes out, otherwise it can just be purged off by the Phantom Lancer. But for the most part, this Lightning is going to do a lot of work, and the PL is going to be forced to go for a Heart next, I believe, just because of that Mjolnir. If that wasn't in play, I think he would still go for like a Butterfly or another offensive pickup. But with that Mjolnir, the Heart is probably the play.
The other item, which I don't know if he really needs, but it's something. One thing that's going to cause him problems is the Whirling Axes. The blind on that, if he ever tries to fight the Troll, basically means the Troll wins that fight. With the Lightning and blind onto the PL, unless PL somehow dodges the blind, I think this PL could struggle to fight the troll.
Yeah, I'm struggling to remember as far as Doppelganger's ability to dispel whirling axes. I think it can, but I could look that up real quick while you're...
Okay. Yeah, if it doesn't, then PL can definitely have problems in. Or even if he... But he's often going to be looking to Doppelganger in. Like, Troll's going to wait for him to get Doppelgangered on, then just pop the whirling axes, turn and fight. But PL to me, in like, late game is not going to be the best matchup for a Troll. May need to go for something like an MKB, but... For now, he's picked up an ulti orb, so we'll see what PL has in mind with this. I wonder if he's even going for like another Scythe of Vice for his team. Lincoln's doesn't seem like a very necessary pickup here, so it seems like we may be seeing... Oh no, it's going to be the Mantis. Of course, it's going to be the Mantis style. He actually has the Yasha still staying on himself.
Yep, that's a pretty important item. You can honestly just pop a Manta, push out a lane straight up, and although the proc on Juxtapose isn't great, it's still going to be enough to push that lane halfway to their base. So it's a good pickup, and it's going to be helping out quite a bit. Gives you another Dispel as well. Just got to be careful about that axe.
We'll see though. This is the Scary Face specialty. You get into these late game settings, and even if you've got a big deficit, in this case it's about 20k gold, 14k experience. You don't count him out. Now we will see that kind of PL versus Troll matchup here. Pops a lightning, turns to the BKB. Finding a lot of illusions here. The Ice Blast comes into play as well, and RMN just looking to kite around Quista, using his illusions to try and bring him down. More Lancers coming out. It looks like the PL going to get the better of him this time. Cart in some trouble. He's looking to turn, throw a Maledict maybe. Nope, he's just going to run and let himself die. Phoenix now dive over.
This guy.
Uh-oh, he gets hit by the Lance still and taking a lot of damage. The illusions may just finish him off. The actually use a call just to help out his buddy. Oh boy.
And he'll TP back to avoid the Ice Blast. That's an important decision there. Otherwise, just walking home, you're probably going to get clipped. But they just go ahead, BOT down bottom, and say, okay, this tier 2 is ours if you're going to leave your Axe and Sniper up top. I did do some quick research there, and it is just normal Dispels that will take care of the mischance of the Whirling Axes. So he can use Manta or Doppelganger, and he will, or even hit the Diffusal on himself. Any one of those three,
okay,
and he'll take out the Whirling Axes. Now, it obviously won't work for his illusions, but it will work for him.
Well, that makes his life a little bit easier as far as being able to battle the Troll. We saw that the Troll actually does somewhat rely on his mana pool, so when he loses all that mana to the Diffusal Blade, it gets a lot more difficult for him to just stay and hold his ground. Goomba just waiting around Roshan, and it's max Roshan respawn more or less. They're just sitting there, knowing this is coming up sometime in the next 15-20 seconds, and it's going to be nice and soon for him.
Okay, seriously, how big is this Ancient Apparition going to get before he gets involved? He is a level 19 and a half.
This is some clowny-ass Dota, man. I don't know.
Shiva's, Hex, Aghanim, Sprout Booties. What do you... Like? I mean, yes, you can go for the Refresher, the Blink Dagger, the BOTs, and that'll be your 6th slot, but I kind of feel you should just use what you have.
I feel like this is just... I mean, he's played well and done... Like, the 8-minute mice was the most impressive thing, but yeah. I feel like he's overdoing the let's farm my jungle and top lane
This
thing.
is like Mushi holding on to 10,000 gold. It's just like, you don't have to do it. You're doing it.
Is he going to overtake the PL? Is that actually going to happen as well? He's overtaken the Queen of Pain. I don't think he will, but you never know. Iron Man just has to die once or twice, lose some gold, or maybe a buyback or something, and suddenly the status quo can change.
Mm-hmm. So, just pressure down bottom. Tower should fall here. It doesn't look like SFZ even care about that tower at this point. They don't have any vision around there, so taking a fight is nigh impossible, and the fortification will be conserved. So, map control, the last vestiges of SFZ's defense are crumbling, and yeah, they've only got the 4 towers remaining.
Still got their high ground defense, something you can always look to fall back on. Witch Doctor with an Ag's ulti.
We talked about the Aghanims on Witch Doctor?
I don't think we talked about it. He picked it up like maybe, I don't know, I feel like it was 5 or 10 minutes ago now, but that's one of the scary things for Goomba. They don't really want to push. I guess they have got like Clockwork Hawk, Ghost Shaker Fissure, but...
It only bounces 5 times, right?
Yeah.
4 times. Okay, 4 bounces, 1 initial, so that does mean that the Phantom Lancer illusions will eat up a decent amount of that damage if he doppels in early, or if he even pops the Manta and gets 1 Spirit Lance and a single proc.
So my man going to send out the crew. It looks like he is going for that Heart of Tarrasque, which he's going to just about have after this tier 2 tower. Still needs about 500 more gold. And the push may be going to happen soon. Age is still about 3 minutes left on it. Top lane. Whoa! Almost got the Phoenix with that fissure. Risky play coming out.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
So, just holding the ground for right now. Sniper great at high ground defense. SFZ very comfortable in this position, but not in this setting as far as the farm goes.
The sniper farm is like a bit underwhelming.
I've seen them come back from a 5 racks disadvantage over the course of 3 hours, but 25,000 at 40 minutes seems to be just this thing that's insurmountable.
Well, AA now working towards a sound, so probably gonna see like a Heaven's Halberd out of him.
Just hardcore control is what he's bringing. Hex, Shiva's Halberd, Refresher.
You gotta be at a fight to use the control though, like.
Eventually, he, you know, the very last fight is the one to participate in.
Yeah.
It's like when you're looking for something, it's always in the last place you look. Well, a moment when we're gonna see him actually use a Scythe of Ice that he's held onto for like 15-20 minutes now. He'll use it in the very last fight he needs it.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Top lane now being seized. The PL illusions coming in. Iron Man even going to bring himself on in for this one. The T3 tower does have a glyph available for it. As PL picks up his Heart of Tarrasque. Livid from that courier. And he acts with Mjolnir and goes in. Once PL, Iron Man has the Aegis, so they're going to have to kill him twice if they want to bring him down. Decent Supernova. Just going to catch up the PL. He's going to doppelganger to the low ground. It looks like he'll survive this. Now the Heart of Tarrasque regen kicks in. He'll be back to full HP in about maybe 15-20 seconds time. And that's Supernova on cooldown for Scary Faces.
So that's just what's going to keep on happening is the slow stage where he's fearless in going in because he just has enough HP to deal with it in any stretch. It's going to be actually Assassinate to put the Heart of cooldown and actually get the kill. He's going to be losing this Aegis very shortly, but a Doppelhawk away again.
Oh my gosh, he's still alive.
Doppelganger.
And he's still got 2 minutes on the Aegis, so it's worth saving this and just waiting out the regen because you've still got such a good duration on it.
By the time you exhaust the Sniper's mana pool, you get a little bit more damage on the tier 3.
This is like Heart of Tarrasque at its like best state. Like this is why you want to generally buy the item for moments and sieges like this. It's been a long time since we've had games where you get to see this good old-fashioned siege, but it's working well for Goomba right now.
6.81 is really the last time I've really seen Heart of Tarrasque do more than just like half a health bar regen. We're seeing it do 2 or 3 full health bars. It's pretty insane. Phoenix is going to take some hits here. Acre's Dive actually hurts his position there, but he's got the cloak to be alright.
PL now once more going to the high ground. Glyph being held on to. Iron Man will finish off the tier 3 tower. Witch Doctor going to pick up a smoke. Maybe considering going for like a flank play here. You don't really want to go on this PL on the front lines who's got an Aegis. You really want to catch out the back lines. Catch out heroes like the Earthshaker, the Queen of Pain, the Ancient Apparition with all his items. He's got the Halberd, by the way. He's made a new home at bottom lane. He says, okay, my team want to go top lane.
Use Midas! Use the Midas efficiency! A moment!
He's going back for the jungle creep, don't worry.
Noobest farm ever. No, he wants that 25. He wants the level 25. Get the big Satyr. Yeah, juice experience for him. And, there it is. He's just gonna keep doing his thing. He'll stop at 6 item slots and
using
level 25.
Shivers to farm, you know.
Yeah,
everything.
of course. Just AA things.
Yeah. Should have used the Midas on the small Satyr, man. You're gonna maximize that gold income.
He wants a level 25. He needs those stats.
Getting the main procs on neutrals even. What a hero, this guy. Please do not try this in my pub games, viewers.
Ever.
Yeah, ever.
Oh, gosh.
In anyone's pub games. Whoa, there was a first time we've seen someone try and initiate in some time. Chill. Missed the hook shot.
So, we're seeing the LT come out top. Gonna debuff just the Troll Warlord. And otherwise, they're just gonna keep their spread going. The tier 3 is down, but they're not actually focusing top lane anymore. You see the creep eyes all the way out here. They actually aren't pressuring the racks that are now exposed, even though the range barracks doesn't regen.
I'm gonna fall back and ideally for Scary Faces I'd try and get this butterfly for the troll. He's got the money for it, but problem is getting that courier to the secret shop is gonna be a bit of a challenge.
There are a few things that deal with the butterfly okay. The headshot is a 40% true strike chance from the sniper, and the Witch Doctor, actually, the bounces of the Death Ward function similar to how Luna's glaives do. Actually, gonna get the taunt, pull him all the way towards the base, and they're putting everything into him, but he's got Manta, he just doppeled, he's fine, and they're all hit by the Ice Blast.
That, yeah, you weren't even really close. I guess the Malady, if you got a bit more damage with that Maledict. Not sure why Witch Doctor's saying wait for it, because I'm not waiting for anything.
Yeah, this is him getting back to full HP, no trouble at all. Maybe Assassinate will put it back on cooldown for a moment, but in the meantime, top lane's gone.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Death Ward, the initial strike can be dodged, but the bounces of the Death Ward cannot. So that's an interesting little aspect towards evasion. But right now, he has so much HP and damage that it doesn't seem like the butterfly is a necessary component.
Oh, they're gonna go in. They're gonna blow up your Phoenix to start things off. Great Blink Echo from Earthshaker E. Gonna get some follow-up from the Ancient Apparition here. The Troll does some good damage, but now he's going to buy back, quadruple buyback. Goomba won't be able to finish off this lane of racks at top. The buybacks will scare him back. They can wait out the PL HP regen from the Heart of Tarrasque and maybe look to have another go. Rena Payne not very healthy herself though, and it looks like they'll just be happy forcing out as many buybacks as they did. A 7,000 gold swing. Okay.
So
AA still farming, almost 6 slotted. Just needs to replace his Midas.
Yeah, that is, Refresh Orb is the only way you go now. Like, I can't see a better way to end this game than to have the Refresher Orb on the Ancient Apparition, and then you might replace something with Blink Dagger, but honestly, at this stage, you're pretty much set. He's been set for a while. I honestly think if he was involved in the base fight, then it would have been even more convincing, but...
This is not your value way to play this hero. I mean, okay, maybe value in the sense you're making money, but as far as ending this game...
If you are in a desperate situation, the enemy is greater farmed, and they have a ton of HP, and you just hit level 16 and barely scraped enough money together to get your Aghanim Scepter, that's when you sit in base and just fire global cannons.
Yeah.
When you have Hex, Shivas, Halberd, Aghanims, BOTs, you can get involved a little bit more.
Well, I think
don't know. He can't even put more points in stats now. He is actually having to max up the Chilling Touch because he's level friggin' 20.
To top lane we go. Let's keep farming. The thing is, if he wanted to play like this, never come to fights, he'd be better off going for a Refresher as opposed to the Hex. He hasn't used Hex once this game, I want to say. Maybe he's used something neutral.
If he needs it, and that's the important thing.
Yeah.
It's like the black hole threat. That you never use the black hole, but they're always like, oh, we can't do this because he has black hole. Well, yeah, Piglet, it's going to come out at the worst of times.
Alright, well, we'll see what Scary Faces can do. They're still looking to hold on to their high ground here. State has not progressed at all in terms of... He's been 10k net worth for as long as I can remember. Really feels like we're headed to a game 3 now. Troll's doing what he can, but we saw last fight, he just doesn't match up.
And mind you, 4,000 of that is into a BKB, which the recipe component doesn't enhance the base components. You still get 10 strength and 24 damage. Not that great unless the active really does some work.
Go in on some PL illusions! Slaughtered! Take him down with the Blink Call and the Witch Doctor ultimate.
Radiant's middle tower.
Got him.
Too bad, the real PL, nowhere to be seen. He's gonna go in now, look
he's right there. No,
yeah.
he's very visible. Might be a little bit confusing.
There's your Hex! They hexed up Quista! The AA, he's rocked up! And it doesn't matter. They clear out some more PL illusions. Yep. Meanwhile, Clockwork hooks on the backlands, catches out your sniper who gets taken out by a Sonic Wave. Blinks! Echo Quista is done for. GG is called. Not your everyday Dota 2 game, but Dota 2 game nonetheless.
It's like I said, when you see that Hex, it will be the undoing of SFZ. That is the
I don't know if we can call that the undoing of SFZ.
I suppose not, but...
Conveniently timed with the end of the game, I guess.
It's the Hex that sunk 1,000 ships. It's our conclusion here, and... fantasy points, still only 6.1. Maybe a moment is labeled as a core, but in my book, if a support gets 343 last hits, he gets a bit more than 6 fantasy points.
Yeah, I guess maybe this didn't get involved in enough kills and assists.
He has to be considered a core, because just last hits alone will give you an insane amount of points. I think Big Daddy No Tail was playing a game where he just farmed for the most part, and he ended the game. Oh, it probably was that the other game against SFZ, the 3-hour one.
Okay.
He was playing, I think, Earthshaker or something, and he got like 300, 400 last hits, and his fantasy points were like 50. So it definitely has to be that core versus support game argument.
Well, that does it. We're going to game 3. We're going to see who takes this best of 3 series, keeps their style out of Season 12 hopes alive. Goomba versus Scary Faces coming up with myself, GoDz, as my co-caster Blaze. Don't go anywhere.